Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is October 20th, 2022. It is a Thursday. You know what that means. Time for Monster Strike news. Let's get going. We have a bunch of stuff to go over. Of course, if you are watching this immediately on release, you still have some time to finish off Monster Strike Day. Hopefully you have taken advantage of it to its fullest. Don't forget that there is a Tokodama available for the current event if you exchange 5 luck for it. You can also pick up an Erubero Bell and 5 stamina mins. And if you happen to have 3 or more lucky monsters, you can also pick up 2 Waku Waku mins as well. And today is also the last day you can pick up the alternate strike job voice for Arslan. As you know, you always get 3 opportunities to exchange for that alternate voice. This is your last opportunity to do that. Also, hopefully you've been playing the one-shot strike event. It's interesting. Definitely a bit of a challenge, but seems pretty easy to get the points necessary to max out. Don't forget there is a moving daily limit. Basically you start at maxing out at 120 on the first day, and every day you can add 80 on top of that. Doesn't seem like too hard of a time to catch up in the end if you fall behind, so I wouldn't worry too much. But definitely do not forget, because that connect scroll is very rare, and this is a very easy way to pick up one of those. So please do not forget that. And of course, if you are looking to improve your experience farming in the game, Keusa is available in the library. You need to use one of the 9 monsters you see on the right. 3 of them, of course, are from the gacha from the current event. 3 of them are the drop monsters for the current event. And then 3 of those monsters you can pick up via the one-shot strike event. Using any of those characters in your team will increase the probability of Keusa to show up, and if you take him down before he runs away, you'll pick up a good amount of EXP. But do keep in mind that you must be running one of those 4 Halloween revival quests to take advantage of that. We also got the announcement of a new Shugoju Guardian Beast. We have the Griffon here. He will be available starting tomorrow on the 21st of October. And, well, let's see what he can do. The requirements. You will need to do 50 million damage in total first before this is activatable. Now, that is a bit of a high number. So do keep that in mind of whether or not you're going to be able to activate him or not, right? You're probably going to need like a good pinch somewhere to realistically get that number. So, what does it actually do? The ability is it will increases all enemies on the screen the amount of damage it takes for a set amount of turns. For level 1, you can see that it will give you 1 turn of increasing damage by 1%, which is basically nothing. But that level 10 is quite impressive. For 5 turns, you will be able to do 10% more damage than usual. Right? So that could be a big difference in, stages where you have to do big damage, right? And enough big damage overall. So a very interesting proposition. Now, it is balanced by that requirement to do 50 million damage, and not in a single turn, but of course throughout the stage. But very interesting. We'll have to see if he has a place in the more difficult stages. And we are getting a little bit more tidbits about 25.0. I was hoping to get the web post up by now, but it is not quite yet available, so I'm just going to go ahead with the video here. The maintenance will be taking place on the 27th of October, starting at midnight and lasting for 6 hours. That is 8 a.m. on Wednesday, right? That'll be the 26th if you're in the Pacific time zone. So it'll be morning until about 2 p.m. I believe is when, if everything goes well, that's when the maintenance will happen. Now, what other details did we get with this? Well, 7,200 will be the new box limit. For those of you who are already maxed out, you can get a little bit more in your box. This is a huge change. You can see that there will be a new icon on the event page, and that will allow you to see all of the quest areas at once. You can see that everything will be there. Even those that are not available, they will just be grayed out and saying it's not active at the moment. Or you can also see, for example, like the castle on the bottom left, how much time is left until it goes away as well. So this will be really great for just being able to see everything at once. I never really liked the fact that you had to swipe tabs and swirl around to see what was active or not. So I think this is a great change for the UI. even better is that you can rearrange these events areas however you want. Treat it like your home page on your phone. Drag and drop and find what configuration you like best, and so that maybe the ones that you use the most will just be on the bottom row and you can click that faster, or maybe you'd rather have them on the top row. It doesn't matter. It is up to you, and that is really awesome to see this kind of customization in game. Very nice. Now this next update I am super happy and excited about. And when you're in a quest, if you know, there's times where like, am I on the warp? Am I actually already on the magic circle? You will now be able to see by pressing that exclamation button. You can check if you are actively on some kind of gimmick right now. So you can see that, right? Was it that Kamatati? I don't know. The second player character, right? Is she on that magic circle? Kind of it's hard to guess sometimes, right? Up until now, you would have to use your, experience, intuition to say whether or not she is on that magic circle. Now you don't have to guess. Press that exclamation button and you'll see on the right side in that yellow area that icon is showing up there. And that is telling you that indeed she is already on that magic circle. And so you will be affected by that. And likewise for Arthur there on the left, it shows that warp icon that shows that she is going to be swallowed in that warp if she didn't null that ability. Now let's take a look at I don't know who that is, but the first player character on the screen. You can see that she is maybe on that warp, and honestly I would have guessed that she was on that warp, but looking at this screen, that gimmick is not on the icon. That icon is not visible, which is going to tell you that she is actually not in that warp right now. So this is huge, right? Remember, when you're using strike shots, you can get screwed over by, certain gimmicks getting in your way because you've started on a particular gimmick. This is very, very nice. I was hoping to get some more details about what you'll be able to see in that area. Again, the textual page usually has a little bit more details on how all of these things work. It's not there yet, but make sure you check out the rundown video when we do this, because this is a game changer in my mind that I am pretty darn happy about and cannot wait to see it in action. Sorry. Another cool update is that the time shift bell will be increased from the last 24 hours to the last 48 hours that it last appeared in the schedule. Obviously great for people to get quests that they weren't be able to play at the moment. Also, Monster Strike Day, now you don't have to look at just what came out through the 9th to maybe farm. You can now look all the way to the 8th and see if there's anything that you can just bring over to Monster Strike Day and take advantage, of course, of the big benefit of any monster being treated as a max luck. So this is a pretty big update, I am sure. And I know everybody was waiting for this. The 9th year anniversary popularity vote has ended and the results are out. Let's take a look at the top 20 monsters. And of course, the gacha will begin on the 23rd, which is not that far away. We are going to be seeing that live on Sunday, noon Japan time. So Saturday evening for those of you in the States, we'll be able to start pulling as well. You are guaranteed a monster at its max level, max plus mornings. And of course, you will get a ToQL, right? The exploding berry, guaranteed one of those on that monster. So actually one or maybe all, it might be all slots. I don't remember. I think it might be all slots. But you are guaranteed one of those. It is a 10-pull, so you could get more than just one. But that one you pick will be determined by the group you select. And here's the top 20. So you can see that these are the most popular monsters for Monster Strike. The significant changes from the top 20 in the midterm results is that Maso and Ebisu was able to jump into the rankings, whereas they were replaced by Andromeda and Alice. They fell off the top 20. Notably, a near just missing the cut in 21st was Ebiten Musume, who actually I indeed put a vote for. As you know, I got really close to getting her for free, so I'm kind of sad she did not make the cut here. But really interesting changes from the 19, 20, 21 range of monsters. So these are your top 20. If you select Group A, this will be the pool that you pick from. One of those 20 is guaranteed to be in that temple you get. But any of the top 100 monsters could also come out of that temple. Now, how do the other groups work? You can see on the chart on the right that Group A, again, is the top 20. But Group B will be the monsters that end with a 1 or a 6 in the ranking. So 1st, 6th, 11th, 16th, 21st, and so on. And that will be considered Group Neo. Group C will be Group Chihaya, and she will be taking up the monsters that got 2nd, 7th, 12th, 17th. You get the pattern. Group D will be, let's see, Jack the Ripper, and she will lead rankings 6, 8, 13, 18, and so on. Group E will be Team Luna, and she will take on rankers 4, 9, 14, 19, ... And finally, rank F will be Solomon's group, and she will lead all of those monsters that are divisible by 5, 5th, 10th, 15th, and 20th, and so on, all the way up to the 100th place. Those monsters have been posted on the Monster Strike website. I am going to post on the Twitter ENG Monst site once I get a visual representation of the top 100 and the different groups. Use that to determine which monsters you like the best. But of course, you can also just wait until it's in-game on Saturday evening, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, I guess, if you're in Japan, to see how much you actually have in your box. Now, of course, if you do it ahead of time, you might get a head start on what you like or not, but it'll all be there. It'll show you how much existing luck you have for all the monsters, giving you an easier time to determine, is the top 20 the actual group I want to pull from, or do I want to take a little bit of risk in the other groups and see if there are a lot more, empty spots from your box in a particular group. So make sure you look up what options is best for you. I think most people will be picking A in the end, but you never know if a different group might be better for you. Now, we did get the announcement of a new Elemental Gacha exclusive. It is the Starlight Mirage that will only feature light monsters, and this monster will be Schrodinger. Her debut Gacha event will start on the 22nd of October. Here is the transcended form of Schrodinger, and let's take a look of her stats. We've got Super Null Warp, Super Null Speed Downwall, Dark Slayer M, Dark Resist. We've got Drone Breaker on the gauge, as well as a Strike Shot Turn Charge M. Strike Shot is an 8+8 speed up, and she will power up each time she hits a speed up or a speed down wall. So kind of like, the Kabedon, but the speed wall version of that. Bump Combo is a copy, and we've got Super Satellite with a light element on the second Bump Combo. Now, of course, getting the Slayer with the Bump Combo copy is an interesting synergy of extra damage. We'll have to see if that does anything significant. I believe people are saying that Maraksha is a good place for her to shine. So certainly she'll have a place off the bat. We'll have to see if she makes a dent anywhere else so that she becomes an actual essential character to chase after. I'm not so sure. The Transcension Kai for this week was announced to be Chulainn. Always good to see an oldie there, but an interesting stat here. There are only 2 abilities. I did not screw that up. We've got Super Null Gravity Barrier, Null Wind as the 2 main abilities, and the connect skill is Super Minesweeper EL and Strike Shot Turn Reducer. The requirements to activate your connect skill is simply to have 2 or more monsters that have different classes than herself. The Strike Shot is a 12+12, which nulls damage walls, gravity barriers, mines, and warps. So, every 3 turns she, gains 3 more null abilities. Sorry. Well, I guess 2 if you have your connect skill active. Bump Combo, we have a Wood Chozetsu Pierce Homing 8. Don't forget that Chozetsu Pierce Homing does do a decent amount of damage. So don't be you know, that 8 can look a little dinky, but that Chozetsu Pure Somi, very nice. And attack defense up as the second bomb combo. Yeah, I mean, will be interesting to see where she will be able to shine. A little bit surprising to see only 2 abilities on the main, but yeah, we'll have to see where she goes. And don't forget that Chulainn does have an alternate Halloween form available. So if you have this form already, again, actually, I don't know if you can. Can you pick it? No, I don't think you can pick it up in the, because it's the alpha gacha right now, so I don't think you can pick it up. But very cute art that is available for you. And then we do have Thanatos getting a Transcension. I think the art looks quite nice there. For her, we've got a null damage wall, Minesweeper M, null wind, magic circle boost, and then on the gauge we have a strike shot turn reducer. Strike shot is a 12 plus 8 speed and power up for a set amount of turns. So again, don't wait on using this strike shot. Bomb combo is a dark super long sword swipe, and then the all enemy super meteor. Obviously good to see 4 nulls there, right? Minesweeper, damage walls, winds, and magic circles. Definitely has promise to, you know, survive the lengths of, you know, the ever-evolving Monster Strike meta. And then there were some interesting collabs with other companies out there. They did announce a just like online event with JRA, which is the Japanese Racing Association. That's horse racing, by the way. Well, I guess you can see from the image there. There is a special website that you can go to participate. It's just a simple online game that you can kind of play. If you tweet and reshare, you can be put into a drawing to get some, you know, real life goods, or some money that you can, you know, online money to charge up your accounts for your various games. So if you're interested in that. Also, if you're interested in the Vanguard card game, there is, of course, the Monster Strike collab with them. Volume 2 is, of course, on sale starting the 21st, which is tomorrow, I guess. So if you want the cards, that's also available. And they have a bunch of themed decks, I guess, deck holders, placemats, storage boxes. So if you really like Monster Strike and really love Vanguard, I guess this is something you can do. And that is it for today. Next Monster Strike news will be on October 27th. That is same time as usual next week. And here are the next week's lucky monsters. And I have a little announcement from my side. I am happy to say that I am actually going to be taking a little break in the middle of November and actually going to Korea and Japan for a little bit to enjoy some time off. Now, whether or not I actually upload anything while I'm out there will really depend if I have nothing to do. I am, of course, going for a wedding for the first leg in Korea, but the Japan portion is purely for kicks and giggles since they have opened it up to the public. So I'm excited to enjoy Japan again. It's been a while. So if you see a little bit, you know, I'll see if I can stock up on some videos ahead of time. That will take some planning, but I won't promise anything. But I'll try to do something in case you know, putting up videos doesn't make sense while I'm out there. So if you do see some interruption of news videos, that'll be why. Again, that's not going to be until the mid of November, but I am happily planning a bunch of stuff while I'm out there, and can't wait for that to come to fruition. So yeah, anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions with the news, let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. All of these slides will be up on Monst on Twitter, so go ahead and take a look and follow there if you have not already. And of course, if you haven't hit subscribe on this channel yet, make sure you go ahead and do that. Hit the like as well, and you know, that's all. It's always good to see those numbers go up and up, to make sure you guys are actually enjoying what I'm delivering here. Anyways, that is it for me today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.